up, Buddy Nerdigans? This is the one and only Packer Girl 89. Today's Manga Nerdigan live reaction video is going to be for Undead Unluck Chapter 93. So before I get into this recap and live reaction, let me just remind you to hit that like, share, and subscribe buttons. And because, of course, this channel, let alone this video, are not sponsored, and I'm just on a non-stop high-speed struggle train heading into chaos, and it's getting faster by the second. If you love what I'm doing and want to help keep this channel alive and kicking, feel free to hit up my Cash App and PayPal. Those links are in the description box below. So last chapter we got Spring's backstory, and it's just so freaking heartbreaking because we saw what the original, or one of the original Unbreakables did for Spring. And even when God took control of Spring and was rampaging, still there. Still fucking there. Poor Spring. Poor fucking Spring. But now we're at the final game here. Let's get to this chapter, see what's in store for us this week. And this chapter is titled The Song of Spring. Good of you to come. Let us hurry and start our game with each other. You shall be the one tasked with casting the die here. 'Twould sour the game should any cheating aid my play. Now then, guess it's time to get started. Okay, you guys, who's down to drink? What? Kids excluded, of course. Eachin, how about you? Son. He just sighs, says, I can't, for I am 23 years of age. Dude, I love the look on Rip's face. He's like, are you for fucking real? Rip, how about you? You like Japanese sake? Hold up, what are you talking about? That makes 10 then. Crimson Crescent Moon 11 strain. Huh? Whoa! That's one of the cherry trees from the building. Should be no problem. Can you shave them down and make sake cups? Matla, on top of the tower is Spring's ball of sake. Bring it on down for us. Hey, don't tell me you're going to use now of all times to wait. Hey, don't tell me that you're going to use now of all times to. Sure I am. These will be the last cherry blossoms before Spring's out of here, so let's drink and see him out in style. Well, not like we've got anything else to do. Hey, if Fuko loses, we're gonna turn into cherry trees. Yeah, that's why she's gonna win. Anyway, can you drink? Of course I can, you sack of crap. Billy, you better heal up quick, or else there'll be no sake left. Start healing from your brain. Your brain, man. You can do it, Mr. Billy. Andy, don't encourage him. What's the harm? Besides, I love Japanese sake. Mind if I bring Spring over there? Because, please, you must stop this. It's too dark in here. You still haven't begun the match? We're gonna start turning into cherry trees. Sick. Come on down. Let's have some fun. Eee. A viewing party? Yeah, wicked sick, right? I wish not to see people suffering and turning into trees. Aww. Okay then. Here's thanks to the blossoms in full bloom. Cheers. Dude, this is so random, and I kind of am living for it. What are you doing? Having a viewing party for the blossoms, of course. Yes, I can see that. The whole lot of you are about to turn into cherry trees yourselves, whether you want to or not, via my own set of rules. You no doubt hate Spring, hate cherry trees and blossoms. You must act quickly and kill me. Shut the hell up and drink. Spring shouldn't be disrupting the viewing festivities. If you're Spring, you should act like Spring. Just sit back and observe the people viewing the cherry blossoms. Watch them get all drunk and rowdy. Look at Lala, she's trying to kiss Rip. I love the ship, and marvel at their chuckle-headed antics. With a laugh and a smile. Looks like time's up. I love it, the side. I arrived late, therefore I'm yet to bloom. Why did it start with my head? Aw, the party's in full swing now. Let's get this last gambling game rolling. Fight on. I love the sides of fight on. Round 3, even or odd gambling. Let's go. Fugo, simply living out your days isn't necessarily what's best. Living towards a good and eventual end is what life's all about. Dude, look at, I have to say this right now. Look at friggin' Andy. Look at the arm as it's turning into a tree, as he's turning into a tree. Gorgeous fucking stuff, man. But this, What Andy's saying here is beautiful, though, because this is very, very, very true. Simply living out your days isn't necessarily what's best. Living toward a good and eventual end is what life's all about, and it's true. It really is true, and people have seemed to have forgotten that. Corona-sama has really gotten people to forget that. Spring wanted people to love him so much, and now you're on luck. Your love can help him die. Send him on his way, Fuko. For how long must they continue to live this life? Right, well, let's see. Till that day comes, when people act in earnest and play with you, till people with taste cross paths with you. Odd, even. Ishin, today, um, uh, to 6-4, seems to be that day, even. You have won this game. Oh, Lady Fuko, thank you for the good unluck. This is so powerful. Spring! Ishin! Ishin, hear him out. I love how Ishin's peeking out. I must say, sorry for I am the one who killed your great ancestor. I'm sure that you detest everything to do with Spring. I couldn't possibly detest it. The unbreakable teachings that were acquired in Spring have been passed down over the course of 150 years. I know not that you and the first spoke of, however, the Ishin family holds a tradition started by the first. Ishin is the name we carry as blacksmiths, but as for the names we carry as people from birth, we add a certain character to them. I'm sorry for the late introduction. I am, Yamaoka Ishin the 13th. My other name is Haruka Yamaoka. Haruka, the song of spring. I'll cry. So I see. I shall end things with one last recital. Oh my god, I'm gonna cry. This is so beautiful. Warmth and kindness have ushered in a change in the set of rules that I shall cherish with pride. For I am the spring itself. Oh my god. One, assumption is the mother of all fuck ups. Let's be real. But this is like the second chapter today with Dr. Stone being the first that like we're seeing how important something is across time. How like one event across time really just one event can really hold across time through descendants, like with what we saw with Byakuya and the other members of the space station, what they did, their legacy held across time and finally succeeded. And what Ishin did for Spring and how that message held true and across time for Spring, and Springs believed, and eventually it came true. He held out hope and it came true. And you saw how Springs, or not, sorry, Ishin's descendants, how they carried on all the traditions and they never hated Spring. They never did. They never resented Spring at all. And I just find that so powerful. I do. And I love, I gotta go back to what she said. I want to read what she said because I think this is so important. I know not what you and the first spoke of. However, the Ishin family holds a tradition started by the first. Ishin is the name we carry as blacksmiths, but as for the name we carry as people from birth, we add a certain character to them. I'm sorry for the late introduction. I'm Yamaoka Ishin the 13th. My other name is Haruka Yamaoka. Haruka, the song of spring. It just shows you how important, going back to, you know, the first Ishin, and how important, his friendship with Spring really was, and how it carried through time, and it just is so beautiful. It's just so powerful. It just shows one person can make a difference. It really does. And in this case, it was the first Ishin. I have to say this because it pisses me off when people say that one person can't make a difference. Ishin made a fucking difference. He did. He affected Spring. He did, because Spring could have been a complete asshole and just fucking rampaged. He could have hated humanity for all time, but he didn't. And I just think it's, and those words remain true for what he said, because of what he said. Remember what he said. Remember what Ishin said to him. Till that day comes when people act in earnest and play with you, till people with taste cross paths with you. Ah, Ishin, today seems to be that day. It's just, it's so goddamn powerful. It is. And it just shows you how important and significant Spring is. And I really love it. Because this chapter and how Spring, this fight with Spring ended, could have ended on a horrible note. It could have done that. This could have ended really different. But the fact that this ended with a viewing party, a celebration, a new, and because, with like cherry blossoms and stuff, as it said, was earlier on, and just in general, spring usually means like new beginnings and happiness. And the fact that this fight ultimately ended that way, I just think is goddamn brilliant. And I really appreciate um, this chapter especially for that. But just this fight in general to boot. I'm very curious what you guys think. What do you guys think about that? And the fact that Spring tried to remain true as an individual and didn't let anybody persuade him, and that it was he who ultimately realized who it was. And and what do you guys think about the meaning of unluck ultimately being love? I just think it's very interesting. I like that. I really like the direction Yoshifumi went with this. I really do. I think it's goddamn brilliant writing. I love it. Love, love, love it. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below, what you guys think, and especially how death, the other thing that I have to mention is how death is not ultimately the end, but it's also like also a new beginning in a way to boot. I really do like that as well. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below, and remember to like, comment, share, and subscribe to Nerdigans. And if you love what I'm doing and want to help keep this channel alive and kicking so I can keep bringing you more Undead Unluck content, there's a few ways you could do that. You could donate to my Cash App, PayPal, Patreon, purchase something on my Amazon wishlist. All that's in the description box below. Also, make sure you follow me on Twitter, Twitch, Discord, friend me on PlayStation Network. That's in the description box below as well. Till next time, Nerdigans, I'll be seeing you later.